What's up guys? So we are back into an analysis of matchup. By the way, I literally just woke up, like I woke up 20 minutes ago, so my voice is gonna be kind of messy, but we are going in with it. So this is a Fiora matchup, and she has Ignite as well, which makes the matchup very interesting and very aggressive. So this is GeneralSniper playing Riven, and he doesn't play Resolve secondary, which means that technically Fiora should win the level 1 because of the bond plating advantage and the Ignite. It's gonna depend of the spacing, of course, like sometimes Riven can find a way to win, but if the Fiora plays it like clean enough, then Sniper should not be able to get a kill in the early game. But you know, we never know what can happen. Sometimes even in Challenger, we manage to see some crazy shit and things that should not happen in matchups. The difference though is that Fiora went the one shield and Sniper went for the longsword 3 pots. So there's maybe a potential kill going on level 1 just because of the items. We will see how it goes. I'm not expecting too much on the level 1 honestly, unless the Fiora fucks up with her spacing and gives like the opportunity for Sniper to get a kill. Let me hide the chat so it doesn't like take space on the screen. Okay, so we have a change here because Fiora is starting top side. I mean the Riven is starting top side, so the Fiora has to leash, and Sniper decided not to leash his Volibear, so we get the priority in lane already. So just because we didn't leash against the Fiora who had to leash, then we may actually be able to get... So we're gonna see a bond plating proc right there. Exactly. So now we get the priority. Now, all we had to do, if we are Sniper, is to wait for our Q to come back up as we last hit the minions. And either we try to go for an all-in, but she may just like Q away, or we just patiently wait for the level 2. Okay, sure. So there will be an all-in here, but no Q. Right away. There we go. And Fiora flashes away, but Sniper gets the kill. Okay, Tarzan is taking... Tarzan kind of fucked up the wave here. I think he gave... so this is a bit messy. It's hard to tell right there, because the lane is not like... It's a kind of 50-50? No, okay, it's pushing back to Riven now. Tarzan kind of fucked it up by... auto-attacking right there. Not only did he Q the wave there, but then... At this point, it was like still fine to be pushing back to Fiora's side, but then he kills one caster, and then kills one more minion right there, and drags like 2 melee right there. So it gives the advantage to the red wave, pushing back to Riven's side. So this should be a stomp now, like Riven should dominate the matchup. So we're gonna go back into the fight, just to see what happened. So we get the bond plating proc level 1. That's something you should always do. Like I say in all of my videos, when you face someone who has bond plating and you're extending your Qs, you want to be proccing the bond plating at max range with the first Q before doing anything. And then you back off. You should technically wait for your CDs. But then the Fiora wants to play aggressively. The only reason she does that is because the Graves is coming up. She would never be taking that trade, or she wouldn't... I mean, she could potentially win because it's Fiora level 1, but it's so risky that you don't want to commit for such a risky play. So here, basically, Sniper keeps on backing off whenever he does like one auto attack, because he wants to keep the spacing this way, because the Fiora has no Q for a bit. So the only chance she will have to proc the vital here is if she Qs behind. So if you're Sniper in this situation, I'm gonna say, I don't know why I'm gonna say Viper, but it's Sniper. if you're sniper in this situation, you want to auto attack, back off, auto attack, back off. This way, she will never be able to just like walk behind you and proc it. So if she has to use her Q to proc it, that means that she has to commit pretty deep with the dash, and she won't have a dash to escape. See, she's doing it with the Q, and now she has like 6 seconds of cooldown. So she cannot Q again. She can't escape with it. She can't turn to get the vital behind, and that's a huge thing. So if you can avoid getting a vital proc with just the auto attack and can keep on kiting to force the Q, then you should do that. Because now, because she had to Q to pull the vital, she has to flash away. So Viper just flashes in, gets the kill, dies to Tarzan, but that doesn't really matter because Tarzan fucked the wave up. And I'm pretty sure, if I look at the chat, yeah, even a Sniper pings missing on the wave because he knows that like Tarzan just fucked the state. So now it's gonna be pushing back to Sniper's side, and if he wants to, he can potentially freeze the wave. And it's maybe what's gonna happen. He may just get level 2 and try to go for a trade. Once he gets level 2, take the stun and go for a trade. But the thing, like the bad thing about it is that it will fuck the wave. It will, like if you take a trade right there when you get level 2, you're gonna fuck up the wave and it's gonna be pushing back to Fiora's side. So I would say it's not worth going for a trade unless you can just take the trade without fucking the wave. See, he doesn't go in right there. Okay, so he took the E, and you see that he does not Q the wave. He goes in with the E, procs the bond plating. Oh, I think no, okay, it's still on cooldown, but he goes in with E. He doesn't go in with Q. Look at that. Here, E auto attack, and then he starts backing off before using his Q to get away and to get the minion on the way. So yeah. He did not take W. Like in this situation, if you want to play aggressively, you can take W. But if you do that right there, you fuck up the wave. So there's no reason to commit too hard. You just want the wave to push to your side and to hold the wave. So it's most likely what's gonna happen. Once he gets level 3 though, he's gonna try to go for some short trades. So here again, he takes a trade, but only when the wave is not near Fiora. Because I actually made a video, like I think it was my... Because I have a series on YouTube which is called How to Riven for the people that haven't seen it. And I don't remember in which episode, but I talk about the wave push. And the mistake that a lot of people do is that they want to trade against their opponent, but they just fuck up the wave with their AoE damage. And then the wave just gets pushed back to the opponent's tower, and that's a big mistake. In this situation, you can see that Viper does not do it. Like a lot of, like maybe some of you right now watching the video would be thinking, like would have been thinking, damn, I would have been taking my W level 2 and I would have went in, like take a short trade or just walk up to Fiora and trade against her every time she walks up to me. But if you do that, like I said, you're gonna fuck up the wave. So here, Sniper takes a trade, and he does not do that in the wave, which is perfect. He doesn't damage the wave. So now he's gonna wait for the wave to push back. So now wait for the wave to push back to his side and just hold it. Okay, Fiora is doing something really weird right there. I would expect a gank maybe? That looks like a bait. Yeah, that yeah, she sold it. So get the fuck. I'm sorry, but like, what was that? Nah, Fiora goes in when Viper. Why do I keep on saying Viper, man? She goes in when Sniper gets level 3. I mean, that was at the same time, but still, like, she doesn't have the upper hand right now. Because Sniper still has, like, an item advantage and way more damage than she does. And she goes in like out of nowhere when she's been playing so passive the entire time. Remember like the last video I made about Aatrox against Viper? When the Aatrox randomly started playing aggressively, when he has been playing so passively, and the Elise was ganking, then that's the exact same thing right there. So Fiora randomly just goes in and then goes back out of the fight. She starts losing and then she just runs to the bush like, hey, there's definitely no one out there in there, I mean. So Tarzan shows up, fucks up his gank, Well, the good thing about that one gang though is that, like, again, in the Aatrox video, I say that if you get frozen by your opponent and you can't break the freeze, which would be the case here, like the Fiora will never be able to break it by herself, you have to call your jungler, right? You need your jungler to come, especially someone like Graves that can just like one-shot the wave. You need to call him, and he has to break the wave. Because here you can't, I mean, you can potentially try to hold the wave right there. By the way, I think he can kill her. You can potentially try to hold the wave, because if it's like, it has a lot of minions, but Fiora is not healthy enough and she's way too behind to contest. But Graves can just go out of the bush again, and then you lose too much HP for no reason. Okay, he can't kill her. I mean, he cool, but the Graves is still here, and there's like way too much CD, I think. So he's most likely gonna try to hold the wave. At some point, the Graves may just come back. Okay, Graves is out of here. So now we can just hold the wave. We can hold the wave, we can hold the freeze, and if we want to break the freeze on Fiora's side, we need to call Graves again. Because if Sniper wants to, he can hold it forever. Use the stun in the wave, so at some point it may eventually be pushing back to Fiora now. Just because of the stun Sniper used in the wave. But yeah, she can't walk up, and now it's gonna be a slow push. It's not gonna be pushing fast, it's gonna be slow pushing to her side. Which means that, like I said in, which matchup was it? I think it was the Renekton match. Yeah, the first video I made about builds versus Renekton. I say that when you are slow pushing, you want to take some short trades on the way, which will allow you to tower dive your opponent. In this scenario, this won't be possible because it's Fiora and she has her W, and Sniper is not 6 yet, and he's not going to get 6 on this one slow push. So there's, unless he calls for Volibear, which will most likely be the case, by the way. Like, the only possibility you have to do a tower dive here before level 6 will be if your jungler comes. Because you don't want your opponent to catch this wave, right? You've been freezing forever. Denying a lot of like gold and minions. And now when the wave finally slow pushes back to your opponent, you will try your best to avoid them like taking all of that. So that's why you usually want to tower dive. So here there's the short trade we needed, and it's not even gonna be a tower dive anymore anyway, because you have tracked up. Because basically, okay, so let's go back here. In this scenario, before crashing this one wave, especially when Fiora uses Q-in, you want to take a short trade just to force her cooldown. Remember when we watched the Renekton game, Vult managed to force Renekton's stun and dashes, so this way it will be easy to dive. In this scenario, you want to proc the one plating, do some damage on the Fiora, so it will be easier and faster to dive her, and at the same time, if you can bait her cooldown, so that, like, basically the riposte here, then this is perfect, because you won't have to worry about a potential stun under tower, right? And she will be like 70 or 80% HP, which makes the dive even faster. But in this scenario, I mean, dude, I'm gonna say Viper every fucking time. In this scenario, Sniper went for the short trade, like I said, and he did not even need to crash the wave afterwards, because like the Fiora took the trade a bit too long right there, so Voli can just come up there. She has no flash, she has no W. She's dead. The cannon is not even full HP, so it's gonna die super fast. Like, it's gonna take 4 tower shots, I think, or even just 3. Yeah, just 3. So now the wave is gonna die. Fiora has no TP because she plays Ignite. She's gonna lose all of that, and as we saw in the Renekton matchup video, what's gonna happen now, guys? This wave is gonna die to the tower, but for the moment it's holding this one wave here, which means that Fiora's wave is gonna be the first one to stop. So it's gonna be slow pushing back to Sniper's side, which means Sniper can hold the freeze again, and then if he wants to, he can slow push back to her side, take some short trades, and then tower dive her. And I would assume that's basically what's gonna happen. He's gonna come back to lane, gonna freeze the wave for a little bit, unless something happens on the map and he needs to push. Also, he's not gonna 6 on this one wave here though. I'm gonna speed it up. So it's not actually, yeah, it's still slow pushing even if the cannon is full HP. Like the RNG was kind of weird on the cannon, but it's still gonna be a slow push anyway. Okay, not anymore. But now we can just push as Viper. I mean, as dude, I'm sorry, but like I don't know why I keep doing that. Sniper probably wants maybe to slow push right now and just go for a tower dive because he got level 6 and he has no flash. Yeah, we go for the slow push. Like I said, we bait. Okay, we don't even need to bait anything because Fiora just she does not respect. Anyway, yeah, she look at the spacing between both of them. She's level 4 and she still has no flash for like 24 seconds. Like you just have to ERQ as Riven here. I mean, she still can Q away, so that's actually why Sniper does not R right away. He goes in. I mean, she just Q'd anyway. Okay, she just Q'd here. And then he presses R the moment she wasted W. Because you don't want to R instantly sometimes, because in some scenarios, the Fiora is gonna have her Q to Q away, which was not the case here. But she still has W. So if you fuck up and you get stunned in her W, then you waste your R. So Sniper waited for her to use like all of her cooldowns and then just ultimate right away. Sometimes you don't want to R instantly when you engage a fight in most matchups because you want to see what happens. Like if you play against a champion that has a stun or dashes, you want to see if they manage to get away. And if they use those cooldowns and they're still in range for you to kill them, then you can actually use your R. I mean, it doesn't. You don't have to do that every time. I mean, there are some matchups or some situations in which you can just ultimate instantly, and there won't be any chance for them to escape. But in matchups tricky like that, sometimes it's good to just wait like 2 seconds before using R just to see what happens. But now, okay, Tarzan. Damn, that sucks though. Okay, that's fucking lame. Okay, let's see. Let's go back here. Why does he go this way? Did the Volibear ping the jungle maybe? Or did he just want to set up the vision? Okay, yeah, he just wanted to set up the vision. So he saw the pink ward, but then Graves saw him, and we see that the Grom just disappeared. So that means that Graves was in our topside jungle. He most likely did the scuttle first and went into the jungle here. And there's a smite here. But yeah, I don't think I would have expected that either. Like, that's so cheesy. But that worked out, actually. I don't know if Sniper's gonna die. I don't think he... I mean, he could. Fiora has Flash Ignite. She's not 6, but she still has the tools to, like... He has no R, no Ignite, so the best thing here would be to try to disengage, but... I don't know if there's gonna be a possibility. I think there's a high... Okay, he has Flash. Never mind, I forgot about the Flash. So yeah, that forces the Flash. He loses a lot of farm here. He still wins the lane, like 1v1 wise, but that sucks because he loses so much advantage. Fiora gets a plate, maybe 2. I don't think she's gonna get one more. Actually, she wants to get one more. Yeah, she's just gonna run away. So that sucks because she gets 2 plates and Sniper loses like 2 waves or even more than 2 waves. So now there's a rift fight. That's maybe Sniper's chance to come back into the game right there. Fiora is most likely gonna try to flash away. Never mind, she gets... I don't know why she W'd right there instead of just flashing away instantly. I think she could have escaped right there. Because she parried nothing. I mean, she tried to parry the stun, but I think it would... Yeah, it would have been safer to just flash away. And then if Volibear keeps on chasing you, you can then use your W. Small mistakes happen sometimes. I just think flashing away would have been the safest way. Then you can just request Volibear stun. Because Sniper just used the wall jump over the wall. So there was no chance for him to keep on chasing. So now we are back into the lane. we lost a lot of advantage because of Graves' fucking cheesy gank right there. But now Fiora is losing plates again and she's losing farm again. So Sniper is getting back the advantage he lost. And okay, so let's see. Volibear, okay, she should die again. She should die again. Volibear has R. And yeah, just... Oh, they're not going for it. And she has no R. Oh, wait. I thought she used it. Never mind. I thought she had no R. That's why I thought they would dive. She didn't use it? I thought she did. My brain... okay, she didn't. My bad. Okay, wait, that makes sense. If she had no R, I think you could have tried to dive here. But I mean, again, maybe they also have no information. I didn't pay attention if we knew where the jungle was too, so... Okay, he was heading towards side anyway. But yeah, she has R, so she can turn the fight around. She has Ignite and Fly. Yeah, no, she has everything actually. I didn't really pay attention to the cooldown, so that makes sense. I think it's better to go for a tower dive if she has like literally no cooldown, or if you manage to like chunk her down first. So now he's gonna be slow pushing to Fiora's side. There won't be a dive possible because Volibear is bot side and we have no cooldowns on Sniper's side. I mean, he's gonna get his ultimate backup when the wave is gonna crash on the tower. But she still has everything, especially Flash, Ignite, Ultimate, like... So the short trade I spoke about earlier, like when you slow push, that's it. Proccing the bot plating, doing some damage. But he didn't manage to bait the W, which means that diving is a possibility, but it could be risky. Okay, now this should be free as fuck. Or at least you can force... Actually, this is not free because Graves could be topside. Did we have the information? I didn't pay attention. I was looking at top lane, but... Okay, so Sniper does not have the information. Like, Graves could be topside for all we know. I mean, it would make sense. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he would be doing Drake. Okay, he's not. But he's aiming for it. So now we ward. Okay, so that's why he was hesitating. Now he ward, so he can make sure that he can potentially tower dive. But okay, so he wasted W. He should die here. Yep. So we're gonna go back and see what happened from the beginning during the slow push. So like I said, you're slow pushing. You're taking short trades right there with a one petting proc. You're trying to bait, like see how he works back. He tries to bait like potentially the riposte. Goes back in. He's gonna go for a short trade again. Tries like even if he does not force the W. He still wants to chunk her down so he can potentially dive her afterwards. Because if you keep on like chunking her down, even if she still has W, at some point you can play around it and tower dive anyway. But diving Fiora with cooldowns up is so tricky. So now he wards just to be sure that he can keep on messing around. She Qs in, so he's most likely gonna try to fight back in. She uses W, she flashes, she has nothing anymore, he can just kill her. Fiora is messing up a lot. So now we get a wave crash. We have the information that Graves is bot side, so we most likely want to gain the plate, maybe the tower. There's gonna be a tower. Maybe the wave, so the wave crashes in the tower right there. And there's no matchup anymore. So to make it quick, yeah, that's just level 1. You can't... Like, I mean, you can trade against Fiora level 1, especially if you have the ignite advantage over her, it's gonna be pretty much easy unless you fuck up the spacing or she plays it very well. And in this situation, like I said, like Sniper was walking back every time he was auto-attacking her, so she would never be able to proc the vital without using Q, right? So she had to Q behind him to proc it, and that allowed Yeah, man, I don't know, man. I probably called him Viper more often than I actually said Sniper. I don't know what's wrong with me, man. I think it's because of the one, like not even because they're brother, like just because of the fucking one in their name, most likely, and because it ends with the same thing. It's not. It sounds like hyper sniper. Like, dude, why? Anyway, if I can call him Sniper, would be great. So yeah, he forced Fiora's flash because he forced her to Q to proc the vital, so she had 7 seconds on the Q. And then he gets just the wave stop pushing back to his side. The matchup could have been going differently, maybe, if Tarzan did not fuck up the wave. Just because Tarzan fucked up the wave, it stop pushed back to Riven, and Sniper had a fucking freeze because of that. And that totally changed the outcome of the game. Because if Fiora comes back and she has the freeze, it's gonna be a bit more annoying, especially because when you are pushing against Fiora, the trades are more risky, especially like if you're not ahead. Because if you like do one fuck up, she can chase you down on the entire lane and just kill you. But yeah, then if you once you get the control of the lane, you just want to freeze, and then you want to build a slow push, take short trade, like proc the bump heading, bait the cooldowns, chunk her down, and then once the wave crashes in the tower, you want to tower dive her. Obviously you have to be aware that when she has everything, and when I mean everything, it's like flash, ultimate, W, all of those, you should maybe not tower dive her, or you have to play it in multiple times, like you have to bait the cooldowns one by one, but you can't just go straight up for a tower dive against Fiora if she has cooldowns available. That's the best way to follow your lead and just die like a dumbass. I know that because I've done that a lot, and sometimes I still do, so don't be like me, don't be a greedy fuck, and try to use your brain, just like Sniper did this game. Yeah, the only bad thing that happened in this matchup was when Graves was waiting in a tri-bush to gank him and forced Sniper to just go B and lose a lot of CS and plate. But then he forced a fucking dumb move just after. That's typical Tarzan, by the way, like he does a good, like one good thing and then he's gonna fuck it up doing like bad call. Probably flame the fuck out of his team once the Fiora died. But yeah. I hope you liked this video, hope it was helpful, and hope to see you tomorrow with next one. I don't know yet which matchup it will be, or which player it will be, but yeah, we'll see. Have a good day, have a good night, or have a good morning, or whatever it is for you, and peace out!